how you doing today? This is Coach D. Durrell again. This was Coach D. Durrell Spears TV. Hope everybody having a great day. Again, guys that are watching, please share the video. Please leave comments in the comment section. Please subscribe if you are a first-time viewer. Now, for today's topic, I'm going to do a marriage topic. And we are going to discuss why is it so difficult to maintain a marriage in this day and age. Why in 2023 it is so difficult to stay married. Now, the research pretty much shows the decline in our community of people getting married, the decline in black men getting married, the overwhelming decline in low percentage of black women getting married. Particularly, we marry each other at somewhere around 80%. For those who get married, 80% of those marriages, a little bit over 80% are black couples, and the other 20% or so is interracial. And that 80% of black people who do of those marriages, the research indicates that less than 50% of those marriages will fail. And within the first 5 years, a lot of those marriages will end within 5 years. And so it is important for us to gain some level of understanding of why, as black folks, we are unsuccessful at, number one, marrying one another, and the 80% of those who do marry each other in our community, it's likelihood less than 50% chance, or more than a 50% chance that that marriage will end, and if it does end, it's going to end in the first 5 years. And so I'm going to piggyback on some of the things that I've talked about in earlier videos when I've talked about marriage topics, and I've talked about the vetting process. I talked about the premarital process. I talked about the fact that one should, or a couple should, receive premarital counseling. It's highly beneficial for a relationship, and it increases the likelihood of your marriage lasting. Many of those videos I discuss what you should and should not do prior to getting married. One of the things that I talked about is the fact that you should not seek non-professionals, meaning licensed professionals, particularly those who are an LMFT, an LPC, a social worker, or a psychologist who are, or an LMFT who is actually qualified to provide those services, not alternative spiritual, religious individuals, particularly those who have no training, formal training. Okay, the second thing that I like to discuss that contributes is the fact that we're marrying for the wrong reasons. You're marrying a person for the wrong reasons, and you're not looking at the long term of marrying someone for specific reasons. If you're marrying someone because they make six figures, then you're basically putting a weighted value on the fact that they make over six figures, and not on all of the other behaviors and attributes that make a good husband or a good wife. Okay? If you're marrying a person because they're a trophy wife, okay, they're a trophy wife. However, beauty fades, and if the person's personality, and if they don't have other attributes to function in the marriage, those things will become glaring, and it will be difficult for you to operate. See, we put a high premium on behaviors and characteristics that have little to do with a marriage lasting long term. We should be focusing on foundational characteristics. Things such as someone being truthful, honest, someone being faithful, someone being respectful, someone that is responsible, someone who has the ability to be a good father, a good leader, as a woman, a good manager of the home, and also a person that's going to be by your side and provide that emotional support. When we're looking at it either from a man's perspective or women's perspective, and your function as husband or wife. Those are the foundational characteristics that can enable a relationship to last. All of the superficial stuff, they make me feel this way, they had me on cloud 9, the sex was like this, I get that. They make me feel this way, they tell me all of these good things that make me feel good. Well, unfortunately, in a marriage, the day-to-days will not be a situation where someone is making you feel good. And the reality of it is, in a marriage, there are going to be days where you're feeling really bad, or there are going to be days, or a series of days, or even weeks, where you don't really want to be around the person that you're with, or it's very difficult because the relationship is not on all cylinders as far as operating. That's the reality of marriage. So these are the reasons why marriages are failing in our community. It's because we're marrying for the wrong reasons, and we're ill-equipped individually to have the characteristics that are consistent with a person having a long-term relationship or a marriage that's functional and successful. And we're looking for things from other people that we can't even provide for ourselves. Yes, there are certain things that are a deal breaker. I get that. But we have to quit looking at marriage as something to play with, as something that is, for the eyes of the society, to please others, to look a certain way, to put yourself in a certain status. And we're not focusing on what it's going to take day to day so that this relationship can bring happiness to both parties. And so if, as a community, if we can improve all around in some of these things that I listed, it will definitely increase the percentages of people getting married and staying married. Okay? So again, this is Coach D. Darrell Spears. Have a great day.